Hello everyone. Look at the beautiful picture. What does this picture describe? Definitely, this picture describes the great, wide, beautiful, wonderful world. Yes, my dear students, this is a famous poem written by W.B. Yeats. So, let me tell you something about William Brighty Yeats. William Brighty Yeats was born in Chelsea, England. He was a 19th century English writer of children's literature. His creative writing and distinct uses of words made him popular amongst the readers. Before starting the poem, I have a brain teaser for you. Human beings are causing damage to the earth. We have been using the natural resources carelessly and with a complete disregard for other living things that live on our planet. How can we preserve the beauty of the earth and conserve our natural resources? Explain. I will answer this question at the end of the explanation of this poem. So, everyone just wait and watch. First, stanza 1. This is a poem by W.B. Yeats. The poem talks about how beautiful and wonderful the world is. The poet uses metaphor and personification to describe the different elements of the world. In the first stanza, the poet describes how the oceans and the land are placed over the expanse of the world. He compares the way the water curls around the earth and the way the grass dots the earth's surface to the way a dress lays upon a woman. He calls forth the image of a beautifully dressed Mother Earth in these lines. Now let me explain you stanza 2. The poet then talks about how fresh air flows around us and also tell us how the wind blows among the trees and the hills and causes the windmills to turn. He uses personification as a literary device to describe how the wind gently blows over rivers and seas almost like it is walking over the water. Now it's the turn of stanza 3. In third stanza, the poet describes how vast the earth is. He talks about the numerous wheat fields and rivers that can be found all over the world. He lists in wonder the various cities, gardens, cliffs, and isles that are a part of the earth. Finally, he talks about the millions of people who live on the planet. Now, our stanza 4. In the stanza 4, the poet concludes the poem by reflecting on how big the world is and how small he is by comparison. He says that although the vastness of the world scares him, he has realized that there is one thing that makes him greater than the world in spite of his small size, his ability to think and love, an ability that the world doesn't have. So, my dear students, here the speaker is describing the beauty of the world with the various adjectives as you seen in the title: great, wide, beautiful, wonderful. These all are the adjectives that the poet has used here to describe our world. I hope every one of you will be eager and excited to know the answer of brain teaser that I have asked from you in the beginning. Let me repeat the question. Human beings are causing damage to the earth. We have been using the natural resources carelessly with a complete disregard for other living things that live on our planet. How can we preserve the beauty of the earth and conserve our natural resources? Explain. So here comes our answer. We can preserve the beauty of earth and conserve our natural resources by using our resources wisely, by following the rule of 3 R's, that is reduce, reuse and recycle, by planting saplings, by increasing awareness about the harmful effects of deforestation. So the main thing is that the change should be brought from within. We have to take first step towards our nature. We have to hug the trees. We have to love the nature to save it. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.